It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja pichuela y cuando le no viene ligado igualito que yuca. El pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo quiero.
No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de.
Hey, good morning, good morning. Welcome. Time for Wakey Bakey. Welcome Tri-State and beyond to 7:10 a.m. Wakey Wakey. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, guys. Oh, man, welcome to the craziest 7:10 morning show around. And we got a good one for you today, guys. Oh, man, got a bunch of people up in here already. Tim W., first one. Good morning. What we got? Back to Retro. Good morning, Back to Retro. How's that pork butt doing? We got Chantel, Growing Grannies, Baker. Hey, my favorite. Baker, one of my favorites. You guys are all my favorites. Rosie Key. Good morning, the Mod Squad. Good morning, Harley. How's Ohio this morning? What are you up to today? What do we got? Nova Mike in the house, Lonnie, man, a whole bunch of people. Teresa Deller, we got the Grannies Growing Ganja, we got Chris Zucchini in the house, we got the Twitch man, Lonnie in the house. I like watching one of these expressions when they're holding the sign. Oh my God, the guy who is on the right, I think. I always get confused. Is it my right or their right? He's on their right. So that guy, that guy cracks me up, man. Oh man. I got to stream this on Discord. Yeah, I got to get we got a Discord now and I need to get with Tim and learn all about it. I don't even know what a Discord is. Like, God, I feel so old, man. I'm getting so old, guys. But yeah, I'm sure once I learn what a Discord is. But yeah, that's going to be a whole new thing. Very, very cool options on there. I've heard good things. Everyone has a Discord. So I'm glad I'm not the only one, Chantel. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It's like, it's a good thing. I kind of like, I know what it is, and it definitely will help the channel grow and it'll give us more options and stuff. I think it's just getting there. Just learning it, like for me, learning how to use it and stuff. Tim, man, who knew Tim was such a freaking supposed to do? That dude is like, bro, what am I supposed to do? He totally is. Like, he's watching the other guys all 7:10 a.m. Oh man, we got a good one, guys. It is True Crime Thursday. And hey, Chris, I know I owe you a tracking number. I need to get it. I was in Vegas all day yesterday. I don't carry the tracking numbers around with me, guys. I'm sorry. It's on a receipt. I just need to get the receipt. I'll make sure you're taken care of today, Chris. That way, all your worries, stuff your worries in a sack, bro. Isn't that what was it what was that, Pineapple Express? That's what James Franco tells what's his name, Seth Rogen. Stuff your worries in a sack, bro. No, I'll make sure you're taken care of. Yeah, I get it. Like, yeah, you don't want to make sure you get it. Totally understand. It's a way to chat without texting. It has games, fun stuff, voice channels to talk instead of typing, and videos. What? This is like the ultimate like chat room. That we definitely need this Discord. Oh man, we're not old. We're technology retro aficionados. Yes. If you want me to tell you how to beat Pac-Man, I can do it. You want me to tell you how to beat Donkey Kong? I can do it. Tell me how to set up a Discord or explain what a Discord is. It is True Crime Thursday, guys, and I got stuff on my shirt. It's in the morning. I thought it was clean. I rolled up. Oh man. Yeah, we have one now. Yeah, we have a Discord. I just need to learn. We just need to learn to use it. So we're good. Yeah, Pineapple Express would be an awesome watch party. Awesome. I also want to do a watch party, and we're still doing bingo, guys. I've not forgot. I got I'm just this week. Things are working out really good this week, but production wise, standpoint wise, I took a step back. Had a lot on my plate, man. So I took a step back, and we're getting the shows pumped out. I got a production schedule, so things are going. Bingo will be. Do you guys like Tuesdays or Thursdays? That's all I need to know. Tuesdays or Thursdays for everyone, because and we'll do them every other week, from what I understand. So we'll do watch party, off week, bingo, off week, watch party, or the Roaches. Yep. No, the Roaches will be on the next watch party, or no, on bingo night. So those are still, and I got the envelope. Oh my God, I got the envelope, guys. I was cleaning. Teresa gave me the secret envelope. And that was one of the reasons I'm like, man, I need to find this thing. As you guys know, my ex-girlfriend moved out, and it was very abruptly. So things, as she was moving out, things got thrown around, and like not thrown around physically, but like you guys know what I mean. Like you're moving, so like you're taking a picture off the wall, and I'm that it was hers, not mine. The envelope got thing. Well, I found the envelope. I put it in a special place, so we are good to go on that. I know I'm a mess, guys. I'm a mess. But yeah, so Tuesday, Fight for Freedom says, okay, I think Tuesdays, we've been doing it on Tuesday. If that works out good for everyone, I just want to make sure everyone can attend these, or we can even switch them up every other week. 1 week to Tuesday, skip a week, and then do a Thursday, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. I just like to have these events for you guys. But one watch party I do want to have is, man, my phone's blowing up over there. I want to do I just watched it the other night, man. There's this movie that like really inspired me, man. And it's such a, like, more of a mushroom movie. But if you get really, the visuals are really good. It's a movie called Streets of Fire. And holy crap, gas went up 40 cents. And who's getting gas and needles? Oh, that's the first thing. It's a movie called Streets of Fire. It's in the 80s. You got, man, so many stars. Rick Moranis, William Dafoe. What's her name? Just a whole slew of actors, and I was like really good. And it's this kind of trippy movie. It's worth the drive to get gas in Bullhead. That's freaking it is worth the drive. I'm not gonna call anyone out. No, I'm gonna call somebody out right now. I happen to know personally because I was at the Arizona gas station. And who did I see getting gas in Arizona? Not in Nevada, not in California. Oh, just that piece of shit city manager, Rick Daniels. That's right. Rick Daniels and his wife are too good to purchase gas in the town that they manage. Rick Daniels is too fancy. He wants to go save a couple cents. He's only charging you guys $250,000 freaking a year. Or me too. I'm a citizen. I'm a homeowner. Yeah. And he doesn't even support his local community. He goes to Arizona and gets gas. Oh man, gas. So in right now, oh man, if you're in Texas, you're gonna hate this. How much is it in California right now? $6.69 or something, $6.58 in where we're at in Needles. But if you go half a mile across the river to Arizona, I believe it's like $3.89. Is that 307? 307 there. I want to say it's like 389, 343. Yeah, 343 in Arizona. But it's like six something. That's the difference, man. We live in this weird tri-state area. So like where we're at is literally like the armpit. I've heard it called the armpit of California. Because you got Arizona here, you got California here, but then you got Nevada here. So Nevada and Arizona pinch and create the armpit. that is Needles, California. But it's all within like 3 miles of each other. So you could be in California, Nevada, and Arizona all within about 15 minutes. Like, yeah. Um, when I used to post about filmmaking all the time, and I would do like trips, and I would go like to Jersey, Philly, or whatever, and I'd be like, I visited 37 states. Well, 4 of them were just within 5 minutes of each other, so it kind of cheats, but it is what it is, and we live in a good time. 299 in Colorado, Carolyn. Dang, I thought everything was more expensive in Colorado. What's going on, man? They got mushrooms in Colorado too. That's where we need to go. Road trip, Colorado road trip, guys. Get a nitro card at Maverick and save 10 cents a gallon. Yes, that's a good trick right there, guys. Pro tip. Pro tip. Oh man, we're just rambling this morning. I'm a rambling man this morning, guys. Let's get into some of these giveaways. What about this one? Bleach, guys. Hashtag bleach. Gonna get in. I'm not even gonna pronounce his name. Chris Zucchini knows all about this one. I need $3 in gas. It's crazy. I need some $3 gas. Yeah. Oh, you're in California, huh? Oh man. Or at the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. They also got $5 Ace. I'm just saying that are just as good. Like I don't care where you guys shop. I prefer you to shop at the other spot because they are our sponsor, and it's the greatest #1 cannabis superstore in all the land. But I have a feeling that if you see both, you're gonna go one way. That's all I'm saying. I'm confident in our game over at the Healing Center, guys, that if you get a taste, you're gonna want to stick around. All right. Ichigo. His name is Ichigo. Ichigo. This thing is worth a couple bucks, guys. I looked it up. This sticker. The sticker makes the difference there. I got anywhere from 25 to 150. I don't know. I don't know the difference, but I'm giving it away. One lucky viewer, guys. So make sure you hashtag bleach on that. Hashtag GOG, Guardians of the Galaxy, guys. I have some more Funko Pop Guardians of the Galaxy we're going to give away. What else we got? GPC, hashtag GPC, guys. Look at that. Signed by the artist. Very, very cool. I got a black frame I bought yesterday. Oh, Hobby Lobby. And be good to go. Hashtag DWO, guys. And you're going to get this big box of stuff. You're going to get a shirt, keychain, DWO sticker. You got Andre the Giant. You get some socks. You get Thor. You get a bunch of pins, and the autograph is Pluto from The Hills Have Eyes. Look at that. So just a smorgasbord brought to you by our friends here at the dailydank.com, guys. So make sure you're checking out that. Yeah, hashtag Dank World Order, DWO, guys, to get ready entered for that one. And then the big we also got a Megan Fox giveaway, autograph for Megan Fox. That's going to be in about a month, but hey, no time like the present to get in on that. Hashtag Fox. And then also we got a George Clinton autograph, and then hashtag 2 socks that match, right in the left. That is right. I have an issue a match from Bleach as well. Maybe I could donate. Oh, hey, that'd be cool. Hey, that'd be cool. Hey, we need to educate our we need to. I've always wanted to learn more about anime. I've never really gotten into it. I watched the porn. The first thing I did, and it was weird. So I was like, I don't need no anime. But I guess there's like a bunch of. It's not what I saw. I saw something different. Hashtag Halloween, guys. This is going to be the one. This just looks like a simple Strode Realty sign. If you want to sell your house called, what's her name? Strode. Jamie Lee Curtis. I forget her name. Whatever in the show. Strode Realty, right? But no, this isn't just a Strode Realty sign, guys. I am taking this to the next 3 cons I'm going to. I'm going to Tom Devlin's Monster Museum, which is not a con, it's just an appearance. Lori, there you go. Lori, I got brain fart this morning. Going to that one. I'm going to get Scout and Daniela Harris on here. They got a great podcast called Talk Scary to Me. If you guys haven't seen that, they talk sex, they talk horror movies. I don't know when I should tune out or when I should tune in. Like I get awkward when they start talking about stuff, but they talk a lot of horror movies too. So I'm going to get them to sign it. They were in the Rob Zombie Halloween. She played Laurie Strode in Scout did in the Rob Zombie. And then the other one plays her friend in Halloween, Rob Zombie, but then plays Laurie Strode's daughter in the other ones, except for the new ones. I don't know. It's all confusing. But I'm going to get them on there. I'm going to get our buddy Douglas Tate, who plays Michael Myers in the new ones and some of the old ones, to sign it. And then there's a few other ones I'm going to get on here. Don't forget the Coin in Kingman. Oh, is that tomorrow? Oh, there's a Comic Con in Kingman tomorrow. I guess I know where I'm going. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me on that. Yeah, I'm going to be down there checking it out live, guys. I'm going to be doing, if anyone wants to meet up, let's do a little meetup. I will have to figure out the logistics of it. Like I said, forgot it was this weekend. Yeah, let's meet up, guys. What else? So those are the giveaways right now. Superhero, #superhero for good old Maggie Simpson. I haven't seen a lot of superheroes yet. So, hey, Maggie Simpson, guys, you got a girlfriend, you got a kid. Big points, guys. Big points. On the Daily Dank. You score some points on the Daily Dank. Pro tip for you there. Thank you for posting it again, Chantel. Awesome. All right, guys, it is True Crime Thursday here on the podcasts all across the board at 4:20. Oh, you know what? Let's do Today in History. We can't forget Today in History, guys. Bum, bum, bum. I really need to get some music going on these. All right. In the 1st of June, guys, in 1938. Oh, man, back to retro. Back to retro. This one is for you. 1938, Superman debuted in Action Comic issue #1. What do you know about that? Man, the icon, the legend, Superman debuts today in 1938, guys. In 1946, the UK introduced the first TV licenses. Oh, wow. In 1965, 236 are killed in the Yamon mine disaster in Japan. In 1980, the first 24-hour news station, CNN, launches. Boy, they've gone through some ups and downs lately, huh? All right, 1923, Great Britain World War loans to France. Both Great Britain and the United States are demanding back the loans made to France during World War One. Oh man, that sucks when you borrow money for a war and they come a calling for it. 1933, Rogers Williams, the aviator Roger Williams, announces his plans to fly around the world across the Atlantic Ocean. He plans to start in New York and stop in Rome, Greece, and Ireland. He plans to end in Chicago and start his flight on July 24th. That was in 1933. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Band, guys, in 1967. One of the most iconic LPs of the 1960s music of all time is released. The Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band sold over 8 million copies worldwide. That's a good one. In 1968, Helen Keller, guys, the famous blind, deaf author Helen Keller, who became famous speaker, political advocate, and author, she died on this day in 1968. 1935, England compulsory driving test. A compulsory driving test is introduced for all drivers in England who started driving on April 1st, 1934. A voluntary test introduced by the Road Traffic Act in 1934. Oh, so they introduced having to do a test and actually getting a license. Well, organization. Go England. 1942, Poland extermination camps. Ooh. In 1942, a Warsaw underground newspaper, the Liberty Brigade, is the first public newspaper to tell the world about the Nazi extermination camps in Poland, where tens of thousands of Jews were murdered. Oh, man. This always has kind of fascinated me. The way the world was back then. Am I froze? Oh, man. Of all the time to be frozen, guys. No, I've always been fascinated, like before pre-internet, man, and how things survived. Yellow Submarine is a great movie. While tripping, definitely. Um, Today in history intro music, the A Team. Oh, I like that. They have background music you can add on Restream. Yeah, I don't like the choices that they have though. Can we add our own? Can we do better? We need to come up with a meetup time for Sunday at the lounge to celebrate Chantel and Susie's birthday. I'm there, guys. You know what? I don't make public appearances too often. You guys know that. You know, deals and whatever. But I'll be there for birthdays, man. Yeah, name the time, name the place, and I'll come down, guys. What was I talking about today in history? What was it? Oh, so can you imagine, guys? World War II, no internet. Everything you get is via radio and newspaper. So you hear rumors about Germany and concentration camps. What, in Poland? What are they doing? They're putting people in camps? What the fuck? Like, that's weird. Hmm. And then to actually see it reported, like, could you imagine the effect that had on the world, man? To know, like, then this is what, the 40s? I mean, this wasn't a long time ago, guys. 42. Yeah, 1942, man. Like, and to hear that a country is taking a certain race of people and or religion, whatever you want to call it, we're not up for debate, and a good freeze from and I mean, man, dude, like I couldn't even imagine the impact that had on the world. Like, especially if you're in a different country, you're in the U.S. and you're not really privy to this every day, and all of a sudden you're like, they got concentration camps. Oh, horrible, horrible, man. I mean, I couldn't even imagine the world being flipped upside down like that. And guys, we need to learn from our mistakes, man. That's why I like doing these histories. We need to learn from past mistakes, man. We can never let someone get in power like that will just single out somebody and throw, like, we're all human, man. That's just crazy. Don't get me started. Crazy, crazy, guys. All right, so we are doing True Crime Thursday across the board, guys. And we got a good one for you today. We are doing the dumbest criminals of all time. You know how we like to do those, guys. These are stories about arrests of the dumbest criminals. These are good. But first, before we jump into that, guys, I want to get into back to retro. What about Superman? I didn't see your comment. I wanted to see. Hang on, guys. Sorry. Yeah, background music. Sure, back to retro. You'll tell me how to fix my live stream, but you won't comment about Superman. I see how it is. No, but in all seriousness, folks, love me some Superman. That's what I was going to say. His first appearance, man. So guys, we don't talk a lot about Back to Retro, but man, his compound. He has this compound out in Texas that's like they call it the Retro Radisson. It's this giant. Hey, John Phantom, I got your email. I'll email you back today. My dad's girlfriend around 1979 showed us her tattoo. I clearly remember it. And my dad saying, someday you'll know what it means. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just funny. Oh, so back to retro has this giant compound, like it's just a like mansion, like it's like if you got like 7 mansions and put them together. He has like one level is nothing but his exotic cars and stuff. But in that compound, he has this giant safe that has a Superman #1 in it. He doesn't like me to say too much because he doesn't want to doesn't want to get robbed. I got some value Kool-Aid at my compound for everybody. Oh, Flavor Aid. It was value Kool-Aid. He's like, I'm not going to support the brand. No, I'll call it value Kool-Aid instead of Flavor Aid. No thanks. I'm not a Kool-Aid drinker. Oh no, but no, he's a huge Superman fan. So yeah, no, I was just giving him a hard time because Superman #1 today, value aid. There might be a value aid. I don't know. I remember Flavor Aid. There's a stage in your life when you're about like 18 to 21 where like you don't have health insurance and you're like duct taping up cuts and like you don't really have like the money to buy Kool-Aid. So you buy Flavor Aid. And I remember being so fascinated that they had you pour it in, it was cherry, but it was clear. And we're like, oh my God, like, we were freaking on drugs. Speaking of people on drugs, guys, let's get into some of these criminals. But first, before we get into the meat and potatoes, before we get into the dumbest criminals, guys, it is the Walmart brand. Great value Kool-Aid. It is the Walmart brand. Okay. All right. All right. We're giving him a. You know what, man? I went on his show one time, and it was right after I had technical difficulties, and him and Harley on the Mod Squad, they just brutalized me, man. They're like, he's throwing fits. He's throwing fits. So just my chance to get back at you, back to retro. And I'm coming for you too, Harley. Mod Squad. I haven't forgot. I have not forgot. All right, guys. I thought this would be fun. As you guys know, in my previous life, a long, many years ago, I was somewhat of a criminal, and I did some time. So I know a little bit about what we're just getting ready to talk about. We are talking about cuisine that prisoners make, guys. This is prisoner food. All right. How about some parole day cheesecake inspired by Orange is the New Black, guys? So this recipe is a no cake with crushed cookie. Kool-Aid based frosting, and other items from the commissary menu. When an inmate is granted parole, he or she will typically prepare this recipe as no other bake recipes. This one utilizes crushed bread as the sponge. So now you guys are going to get into Teresa Deller. Get that notepad out because we're going to get into some different kind of recipes. These recipes are like use what you got to make something. So that's right. Busting balls is what we do. All right. So ingredients, you need 12 ounces of cookies, any kind, because it's prison. When I got that fact check with my 2 prison brothers, pulling the phone out of their butt. They're like, Lordy, told you never to call me on this line. 6 ounces of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 packet of sugar, 2 tablespoons of French vanilla creamer, and 3/4 of a cup of Kool-Aid, any flavor. So I love that this is called no bake. It is no bake, but it isn't like the packets that you get, guys. So your cookies are going to be your topping, I believe, right? This is other than they used crushed bread as the sponge. So you would lay your like your foundation would be your cookies, I believe. Or maybe you put your bread down and then you put your cream cheese. You mix it in with the honey, vanilla creamer, and that gives you your instant cheesecake. And then you put the cookies on top. And then if you want to add the flavor, that's when you add your Flavor Aid. or Kool-Aid value flavor into that. So it's basically like you're creating a no-bake cheesecake, but just using like you're doing it from scratch and using things that you probably wouldn't use. Oh, just wait. Ramen noodles are in every other one of these. Every other one of these. Hey, big shout out to everyone who's watching right now, man. See a lot of people up in here. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Join in with those comments, guys. We appreciate you. All right. So basically you're going to put your cheese, your cream cheese, your honey, your sugar, and your vanilla creamer. You're going to add your Kool-Aid, and then you're going to create your cheesecake mix. You're going to put your bread down on the bottom to create that sponge, almost like your crust, which I don't understand why they just wouldn't use graham crackers in this, because they got access to graham crackers. And then you pour it. And yeah, so basically that's how you do a no-bake cheesecake in the big house, guys. Jailhouse Burrito. Don't forget to give us a good thumbing. That's right. Appreciate you back to retro. That's right. Give the thumbs up, guys. And if you got time, make sure you're putting out that comment, blowing up those comments on the regular comments. It really helps the algorithm, guys. So this burrito recipe incorporates flavorful ingredients from the commissary. It's delectable, quick to prepare, and provides enough serving for 2 people. Plastic bags are used for cooking. The ingredients in this recipe due to the lack of utensils inside a prison. Moreover, chip bags are recycled for cooking and mixing due to this concern. Yeah, so that's a big one, guys, is your Dorito bags, the foil bags for chips. They save those so you can use them for your cooking bags, because you can put them in hot water. Hey, good morning, Charlie. Good morning. Glad I don't need to write this down anymore. Ooh, a new gaming episode drops today. Man, I'm excited about that Mortal Kombat dropping pretty soon. And then I saw the Diablo trailer, man, last week. Woo, check out the Mod Squad in the gaming episode today, guys. Get some pro tips. Get some pro tips over there, guys. Yeah, so you use your Dorito bags as like what is that called where you boil the food or whatever? Basically, yeah, souffle, not souffle. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about, where you use the hot water in Ziploc bags and you cook it, then you just put a sear on it. Anyway, it's a whole cooking method. But yeah, that's basically what you do with a lot of those Dorito bags and stuff. And on this burrito, you're going to use 1 package of spicy ramen noodles. You're going to crush those up in there, guys. 3/4 of a bag of spicy jalapeno ranch flavored popcorn. Again, this is going to give you your substance. This is going to give you like your rice. This is your rice replacement. 1/4 of a cup of squeezable cheese. This is a fucking hot commodity in prison, guys. Squeezable cheese. Oh my God. It's like gold, man. It's like up there with cigarettes. Squeezable cheese is a hot commodity. I don't know if you guys know, they serve burgers on Saturdays. Never cheese. They never put cheese on the damn burger. Try doing 2 years with no cheese on your burgers, guys. Hey, Lonnie, have a good one, buddy. Are you going to Poach? Yeah, Poach. Are you going to do some physical therapy, man? God bless you, brother. God bless you. So squeezable cheese, yeah, man, that stuff is like gold in prison. Any hot sauce, sriracha or Tabasco based sauce, half a bag of Cheetos. And then you got your crushed cheese flavored crackers and your spicy Takis. And you also have your tortillas. They do have tortillas in there. So what you're going to do is you're going to mix all this together, guys. You're going to crush up your ramen noodles, crush them up fine. You're going to throw your 3/4 of a bag of popcorn in there. So that's going to be like your rice. That's going to be your substance, your starch. And then you're going to throw your cheese on top. Maybe you don't use the whole thing. It's like gold, man. It's like gold. Throw your hot sauce in there, half a bag of Cheetos. You crush those up. You mix them up. And then you throw your spicy Takis. You can either throw those on top, and boom, you got a prison burrito, guys. This will make for 2. Bro, I would literally eat my orange pills because I was so hungry in that bit. Yeah, I'm surprised you weren't smoking them. Other people smoke them. Oh man. And you got to be there for a while to get all this stuff, guys. This isn't like you walk in and have a burrito, man. Like, no, this is like you got to save your Dorito bags. It's a whole process. It's like a whole chef process. Prison tamales. Now, this is one of the easiest ones to make, guys. And I would even suggest making this at home because this is pretty good. How many stamps for a burrito? Uh, Tamales are a delectable yet simple Mexican dish. Because of some of the inmates who were bored with chips and ramen noodles, invented prison tamales. It requires only hot water in a strong plastic bag. Yeah, guys, so you're going to get one bag of corn chips, 1/3 of a cup of processed cheese or cheese curls. Yeah, cheese isn't, like I said, man, isn't common in prison. So you can substitute. So you get like your cheese doodles, your cream puffs or cheese puffs, that kind of stuff. Crush them down, make that into your cheese. 1/3, 1 ounce of beef jerky, sausage, or meat stick. Slim Jims. Slim Jims absolutely work the best because they're kind of greasy and it adds to it. Half a cup of warm water. I would even go less because we're going to talk about this. So you're going to come, okay. I've done this one a million times, so I know, guys. I know. So you get your ramen noodles, you get your chips, and you crush them down. You put them in the Dorito bag. So usually you use Doritos or Fritos, and you just crush them in the bag. And then you put your other stuff on top. Mix it up nice and good. Throw your Slim Jims in there. And then you use, I'm going to say, even less water than what they're saying. So you get it all, you make it nice and a little freaking in the pouch in the bottom, probably about a quarter of the way up. And you throw water in there. I'm going to say just very, very little water, enough to where it moisturizes it. And then, so you know what? Maybe they're right. Maybe I would start with like half of what they said. What did they say? They said half a cup of water. I'd use a quarter of a cup of water and then see what happens. So you're going to throw it all in there. Yeah, with the ramen, maybe half a cup. You're right. So throw it all in there. Get it all mixed in, and then you grab the top or you grab the bottom of it where your stuff is, and you roll it. Roll it like a joint. Dank is cooking dinner at Mad Monster Prison tomorrow. Boy, man, we'll do it right in the parking lot. And you roll them up, and then you sit them for a minute. And what that does is it looks just like a tamale. So your shell is your Doritos bag. And then you pull the Doritos bag, pull out of and you have a tamale, man. And then you could throw like your cheese on top of it, and use hot water because that cooks it. So it's warm. Boom. There you go, guys. There you go. Prison tamales. Who would have known? Prison pizza. This is funny because I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and a dude was live streaming. Pretty sure he was in fucking prison. Almost 99.9% sure he was in prison. And he's making this pizza live streaming. And I'm like, and he had like 100,000 views. Okay. Who wouldn't want a slice of pizza at the end of a long, stressful day? Pizza is currently the most popular comfort food in the United States. And according to Food Network, it's unsurprisingly some people attempted to make an entire pizza using only what was available inside the prison. This recipe makes use of crackers and noodles and commissary items as toppings. All right, so you got 2 sleeves of your crackers, guys. 2 sleeves of your Ritz crackers. You need onions, pickles, tomatoes, pepperoni slices, ramen noodles, and then you're either going to use cheese, shredded cheese. What about prison pockets? That might be coming. I got one more after this, or your cheese doodles. So you're gonna make a crust out of your crackers. Fine crust, water, press it down. Then you're going to throw in your tomato paste. You mix it in with some water, make it, you throw oregano or whatever you need in there. Don't forget your ramen noodles, man. That's everything. So then you spread it out. You make it just like a pizza. You throw your ramen noodles, spread it out, throw your onions, your pickles, whatever you can get. And then for the cheese, if you don't have cheese, you're going to use cheese puffs. You're going to use that kind of stuff. Prison's all about making what you want out of what you got, man. That's why, like, I think a lot of these guys who go in there, man, like you learn a whole nother set of skills, and it really adds to the criminal aspect if you really think about it. Like you're having to like problem solve on the fly, and you take that back out there, and if you don't learn your lesson, now you got problem solving skills as you're robbing somebody. But I don't know, man. The prison system needs a huge overhaul. Overalls? They all need to wear overalls, guys. Overall. Prison pad thai, guys. This I've never seen. Prison pad thai is a popular stir fry, or pad thai is a popular stir fried French or French rice noodle dish that originated in Thailand. It's simple to prepare and doesn't require a lot of equipment. And given the ramen is a common and reasonably priced commissary item, it's unsurprising to see a high number of prison recipes featuring this ingredient. So you got ramen noodles, you got a peanut butter, you got crushed peanuts, you got hot sauce, throw it in with the hot water, you mix it up, boom. There you go, man. Make a sauce out of the peanut butter. Dang, look at that. Look at that. Gotta go, guys. See you at 420. Appreciate you, Teresa Deller. Thank you so much for listening. Oh, man, all you guys, man. You guys rock. Rocking it. That's how you cell phones on the inside. Criminal College. It is, man. It is. What was that? When we watched Blow. We watched the movie Blow, man. It's basically when he went to prison, he learned a whole new aspect of it. All right, guys. Now let's make our tamales because we're getting ready to get into the main course, guys. We are talking the dumbest criminals of all time. Bum, bum, bum. All right, up first, guys, is a humiliating hurt. When 23-year-old Zechariah McGrew discovered that his car speakers were missing, he figured he knew who had swiped him, a teenager from a nearby neighborhood, and he'd make the kid pay. The teen was in his front yard when a car zoomed up and McGrew jumped out. He ordered the youth to get in the car and take him to his speakers, which the terrified boy refused to do. McGrew then reached into his waistband and pulled out a handgun. At the time, the teen took off at a sprint, and McGrew fired at least 2 shots at him, missing his mark. Once the boy was out of sight, McGrew slid the gun back into his waistband. Maybe he fumbled things because his pants had begun to sag, or maybe it was just nervous excitement. But McGraw finger squeezed the trigger, firing a perfect shot into his left testicle. that can cause a guy to flinch. Oh man. So Mr. Gangster, hey Mod Squad. What was I going to say? Mr. Gangster rolls up, pulls out his gun, shoots at some poor kid. Probably, I don't even know if the kid stole his stuff. And then he shoots himself in the ball. Oh, that had to hurt. That had to hurt bad. Now, for you gentlemen, imagine getting kicked in the nars and, oh God, but not going away. And seeing the blood everywhere. Oh no. No. The Great Computer Caper, guys. I like that ending. John, this is Florida felon. Charlie. That's Rosie's game. What are you doing, man? Oh no. JohnnyELP's story begins with burglar alarms at Portal Publications in Nordo, California. Police rushed to the scene and caught Eep, 39, and an accomplice running away, leaving an array of stolen computer equipment outside the office building. Both dumb criminals were arrested and Epps' trial began. 2 days into the proceedings, some Civic Center employees showed up for work and got quite a surprise. Their computers and monitors had been swiped. Elp was lucky enough to get his high-tech haul out of the building, but is stupidly caught up with him. By the time the Civic Center's workers discovered their equipment had vanished, Elp had already been in police custody. Shortly after leaving the Civic Center, he had been caught right down the street trying to steal a Volkswagen. Now he faced charges including attempted auto theft, burglary, and grand theft auto. Last September, he pled guilty to all of them. So this guy was trying to rob a computer place, and then stolen computer outside the office building. Both dumb criminals were arrested 2 days into the proceedings. So they didn't even know they were robbed at the Civic Center? That is an Arizona crime. That's a weird one. That's a complicated one. All right. 33-year-old Jose Santiago Jr., not to be confused with senior, decided his hometown could use one more cop. Guess who? It would help his charade that he had bought an old police car and mounted red and blue lights on it on its dashboard. When a driver pulled into Santiago's apartment complex, he blocked the guy's car with his own, then motioned him over. Santiago, who wasn't wearing a cop's uniform, barked, "Do you have a problem?" Then started laying into the man about his driving, claiming he had been doing 65. "Are you a police officer?" the man asked. When Santiago said yes, the guy asked to see his ID. Santiago refused and continued with his tough guy cop routine. Then it turned out into a fake cop's worst nightmare. The driver had no problem pulling out his own wallet, showing him his identification. His name was John Gercom, and he happened to be an off-duty police officer. You probably break these weird laws all the time. You know what? That's a good one. I don't know if you guys have fallen into this one on YouTube, but they got videos of cops busting fake cops. I had no idea what a freaking what a thing this is. People do this. People will get cars like old Crown Vics. I actually owned a Crown Vic from a cop. I got it at an auction a long time ago. But we'll fix them up and make them and then like dress up like a cop and go and pull people over. Your trip do you got to be on to like want to pretend to be a cop? Like that's just insane. But yeah, there's a whole YouTube video, like a channel, like series of channels that just are dedicated to busting fake cops. It's crazy. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? All right, the lowest high there is, guys. For a trio of drug thieves, it was their lucky day. These dumb criminals broke into a home in Silver Springs, Florida, and discovered 3 jars of cocaine. They took it home and snorted the contents. That's when they discovered that the jars were in fact urns and that they were snorting the remains of the victim's husband and 2 dogs. These dumb laws are actually exist. Oh my God, guys. So oh my God, man. No. So you break into someone's house in Florida. That's it. Did it say Florida? It's got to be Florida. Yeah, Silver Springs, Florida. And you're like, it's a drug lord. Look at these jars. They're full of cocaine. Oh my God. Like, do you know how excited, as a drug addict, how excited you would have to be to find jars of cocaine? And then, yeah, those fake cops are such a weird deal. And it's always funny when they get caught because they don't quite understand. But I'm with you guys. Like, I had a cop badge friend got caught at the Barnaby Coast with a bag of cut for cocaine. That's my dad had hit in the car by a security guard. You don't want to hear what I told him. You got some stories, John. Man, John's got some stories over there, dude. Yeah, so that's the whole thing, these fake cops. And then, so they got these urns. And do you think these guys knew what? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Lonnie. That's what. Yeah. Well, obviously, like, yeah, this is like the dirtiest cocaine we've ever gotten. That's really dumb as criminals. Dumb as criminals. All right, incarceration. There's an app for that. Cue the No No song by Ringo. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Jeremy DeWitt, crazy wannabe cop. I don't know who. That's the guy. I'm like, I don't know. I thought Charlie was just calling out people online. Jeremy DeWitt, you want to be a cop? John Smith at 1435 Riviera in Bullhead City, you want to be a cop? Charlie's just going off calling people out online. Or my stoner memory just didn't remember the guy's name. One of the two. A 12-year-old boy. You know what I'm still you know what I'm still laughing at, guys? I'm still laughing at yesterday. The worst summer jobs. The kid who was a bison and they would hunt him. The 5-year-olds would hunt the bison and kill him. And he said he was breathing heavy. And one of the kids, he's still alive, and punched him in the face. For some reason, I picture Chris Zucchini like being the bison guy. I don't know why. I just do. And I'm still laughing at that, man. I picture this like chubby, spanky, like kid from the Little Rascals. He's still breathing, bruh. That's the great part of the show, man. It sticks with you. It sticks with you. Oh, it just sounded like a job you would have worked in your day. Like, I'm paid to be a bison where kids hunt. Like, I don't know. Roll me up and smoke me when I'm gone. Yeah, didn't Tupac's people do that with them? The Young Guns or whatever that rap group was. All right, incarceration. There's a app for that, guys. A 12-year-old boy. Nope, I did just freeze up. Baker predicted it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. All right. Where are we at here? A 12-year-old boy admittedly denied having stolen an iPhone when questioned by the police at his home. And then the iPhone rang in his closet. Okay, yes, he stole that. But for the BlackBerry, he was accused of stealing. He doubled, adamantly denied. Ring, surprise, these dumb. Yeah, you know what? That is pretty dumb. That is pretty dumb. But it's a kid. So I didn't steal it. And he just called the number and it rings like. All right, man. Speaking of freaking mansions and stuff, you should see Merlin Public Media's gardens, man. They're like freaking just flush full of goodness. Now he has a beautiful house up there. Chickens galore, guys. He's making a small fortune off of those eggs up there. All right, guys. How did I get that in my bag? Yeah, exactly. Oh, those are, you know what? I don't know if you guys ever work retail, but when you catch someone shoplifting, oh man, the excuses that they do. So I was managing a Halloween store many, many years ago. I was actually assistant manager. It was my first year. They didn't hire me as manager. They hired somebody else. Anyway, I had noticed there was a woman on Facebook Marketplace that was selling, and there was rumors, like you would see it on Marketplace, that she was going in shoplifting and selling a bunch of stuff online. And the reason why these rumors were abound was she was always selling things, but they were never the same sizes. So it wouldn't be like, I go and I buy an extra large shirt. It doesn't fit the way I like it or whatever. So I'm selling extra large things because that's the size I wear. No, this was like random, small, large, extra large, just different things. It made no sense. And so rumors abound that she was doing this. So she comes into my store and I spot her out immediately. I'm like, boom, no. And she's with a kid, which was the worst, like a 10-year-old, 8-year-old kid. And this chick is literally taking photos to post on Marketplace before she even steals it. I'm watching, I get like 5 of us, and we're just like, woof, doing the big circle. And she's taking photos before she even steals it. Catch her red-handed. Red-handed. What? I don't know how that got in there. So we call the police, and I feel bad because she has this kid with her, and she's begging me. Someone says my name, so now she's calling me by my first name. It's a mess. And I'm feeling bad because, I'm a father. I have kids about that age at that time. I'm like, but I'm not out shoplifting either. So I'm like, man, this is bad. So cops come in, and they see her, and they say her name. They're like, again, we just did this yesterday at Target. And that's when I knew. I'm like, okay, CPS came and took her kid, and I'm sure she got the kid back. I seen her, afterwards, just shoplifting. But what a traumatic experience, man. Dumb criminals. Like, don't freaking post your stolen stuff on Marketplace that much. People know what you're doing. People know what you're doing. All right. A mauve-tail cock and bull story. What is this? Following a dispute, Craig Ellsworth of Blitho, Florida, God, Florida, always Florida, allegedly tossed a Molotov cocktail at his neighbor's trailer home just as the wind shifted, sending embers onto his own trailer. Luckily, he was arrested. Since the dumb criminal no longer had a home of his own to return to. So this dude burned down his own house. Talk about instant karma. I'm going to burn your house down. The wind shifts. The wind chill. Look at that one. Look at that freeze frame. The wind shifts and burns your house down. And you can't even save your stuff because you're in jail. Oh, man. Could you imagine how frustrating that would be? So, we don't talk politics, guys, but I'll let that one slide because it's true. Oh, what is it? And then the wind. So you're in jail and you can't get out. Your house is exposed. So everything that you might be able to save from a fire, let's say like photos and whatever, now we're just open to the elements, open to the public, and you can't get to your stuff. Oh, that'd be the worst, man. That would be the worst. Let me see. You're gonna who you're gonna trust, yourself or yourself. Let's see this one. How convenient. Only a few months earlier in Iowa City, an Iowa man had his driver's license stolen. Then who should show up at the bar where he worked as a bouncer but the thief brandishing his own ID? Oh my God. All right, so you're a bouncer at a bar. You lose your ID and then someone uses it to get in the bar. No, you're good. You're good, man. You got to smell him. That's a fresh kid there. All right, no more politics, guys. I promise. Is that really politics? So yeah, the bouncer. Oh, what are the odds, too, man? That is a crazy, crazy one. That's a good one. I like that one. All right, guys. P.S. Nobody move. It's the worst possible time to faint in the middle of robbing a bank. But that's what happened to Beaver Creek, Ohio, to a thief. The teller called 911 and asked for a medic. But you have to applaud the man's stick to it liveliness. While the ambulance was en route, the suspect handed a note to the teller demanding all the cash. So this guy goes in to rob a bank. He falls out, he faints. And then he's like, no, take this note. I'm robbing you. At that point, wouldn't she just like stick the note and be like, I'm going to the hospital. I'm not going to jail. Like, come on, read the room. Read the room, guy. All right. The Telltale Trousers. In an attempt at a robbery at a Lowe's home improvement store went awry, Milton J. Hodge filed across the street and jumped a fence right into a Cypress Cove nudist resort and spa. As the Orlando Sentinel pointed out, as one of the only folks wearing clothes, he was easy to be spotted by the police. So he's running from the cops and he jumps a fence and ends up in a nudist colony. Who did it? The guy with clothes. That's who did it. At that point, do you get naked? You're like, the blend in, you're like, "Brr, brr." Hey. Oh, man. Florida felon, yes. It looks like a safe place. An El Paso, Texas man busted into a church and absconded with the safe. Safes are heavy, so he only got a few yards before dropping it in the neighbor's lawn, where he tried to crack it open. Then he was confronted by the homeowner occupant, a police officer. So he breaks into a church, steals the safe, makes it a block or two, gets exhausted, jumps the safe, says, I'm just going to open it here. And then a cop goes out because it's his house. Hey, what are you doing on my yard? Where do you get that safe? Cha-ching, you're under arrest. I'm not a fake cop. Oh, man. So, you guys, I've talked about it. I used to work for Budweiser many years ago before the blue can controversy. And our distributor was out of Blythe, and I handled everything from Havasu Landing Casino all the way through Essex. So I had a big territory, and I would go to Blythe for meetings sometimes, and I'd pick up supplies if I needed them because I would only get stuff off the truck because I was so far away. And so I went up there and I got a couple kegs because I think the Red Dog, our local bar here, needed some kegs. So I drive back from Blythe. It's lunchtime. Stop at my house. Park in front of the house. I had a F-150 at the time, a Budweiser F-150. I had my dolly and 2 full kegs of beer in the back. I go eat lunch. 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I come out, my dolly and both kegs of beer are gone. Long gone. So about 3 blocks down the street, the cops find a keg of beer. So the guy put both kegs on my dolly and tried to go blocks with it. Those things are heavy, man. I don't know if you ever picked up a keg of beer. They're super heavy. So he couldn't handle the weight distribution. So he dumped a keg. And then I never did get my dolly or the other keg back, but I got 1 keg. Oh, man. Needles. And they would take like broken beer out of the back of my truck. I would throw it and so I always wanted to pee in the bottles and have them steal them, but we could get sued for it. My boss was adamant about me not doing that. Oh, man. That's like the time a guy bought Subway with me on a credit card in my name. Yeah, Lonnie said that. That's so funny. Lonnie's like, wait, this is me. Imagine finding a key on the side of the road. That's crazy. Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, the cops brought it to a bar. They were like, oh, this must belong to this guy. And I'm like, anyway. Crazy times, guys. I'm sure that guy, who knows if he had a good time. Did he go and get the pump, or was he an idiot and tried to like press the ball and put his mouth in front of it? Like, who knows, man? He stole a keg of beer. That was a good dolly too, man. I had it all sharpened up, the edge of it, razor sharp, so I could get right under the beer. Quick story before I head out officially for the day, guys. It would get so hot during the summer when we would throw beer off the truck that behind Rite Aid, the asphalt would get soft because it would get so hot, and we would actually get chunks of asphalt up with our dollies. And that's why I sharpened mine so freaking much. Remember one time my boss came down in the Budweiser truck. We were delivering beer, and he had a personal emergency, so he had to take my Budweiser vehicle back up the Blythe, and then I was in charge of the truck. No CDL, no nothing. Why not? And then so I'm in back of Rite Aid, middle of summer. It had to be like July. And then Actually give me about an hour. I got something to do immediately after this. I have a telemed appointment, so give me like an hour and a half, Chris. Throwing my business all out there, guys. My telemed appointment. Uh, oh no, I'm not even gonna say that because that's the thing, man. Anyone could grab a clip. I was gonna say I had something, but all I could hear is like a loop of me saying it. I have. I have. I'm always afraid to smoke on the air too because the motion all like who's gonna take a steel grab and put who knows what in my mouth. Yeah, don't forget to check out the Discord, guys. Can they get to that? Where can they get to that, Tim? Is that the can they get to it on the Daily Dank or no? .com? I'll get with you and Tim, and we'll figure out how to where we can access it and all that. Oh man, my shoulder's killing me this morning. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm the rambling man this morning, like always. That was your True Crime Thursday for the morning, guys. Join us at 4:20. We're going to jump into a really, really good true crime today, guys. We're talking heists. We're talking drug heist. Oh, it's going to be a good one, guys. We got the top 5 dumbest criminals, videos, people getting arrested. We do all sorts of stuff, guys. So join us at 4:20. Big shout out to everyone. Mod Squad, Back to Retro, Tim W., Chris, Rosie Key, Lonnie, Teresa Deller, everybody, John, let me see here. Tim W, Back to Retro, Chantel, Granny's Going Ganja, Baker. Actually, I'm going to start doing this, guys. So I'll send you the QR code to join. Yeah, and I'll throw it up on all these so you guys can just scan it. I don't know what I was going to say. I'm getting out of here, guys. I get distracted. I got about 10 minutes to get ready for my telehealth appointment. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Appreciate you guys. Join us 4:20, guys. It's going to be a good one. Giveaways. We're giving away the farm. You guys know it. Appreciate all of you guys. Shout out to everyone. If I missed someone, I'm sorry. I know I missed some people, but big shout out to everyone. You are appreciated, man. You're in my prayers. That's all I got to say. My prayers and positive thoughts at night, guys. All right, Rosie's snoring deep, so that means it's time to go. All right, we'll see you guys.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.